Good morning. And I just got done with the deep work session. Gratitude journal over the years. So this is literally how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notebooks. Finished with school. Today was a quick day as well. We got 13:30. We were done with school. So yeah, now I'm at work. It was horrible because I was not motivated. But these workouts are the best workouts. Most people, when they start improving their life, they strip away all of the bad habits and they just end up scrolling or doing something instead. Good morning. Oh my god, I literally just woke up. Holy shit, I'm tired. But yeah, it's another day and I just gotta do the work. Doesn't matter if I'm tired. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so it's now 6:45 and I just got done with the deep work session. And I scripted a whole video and came up with the video idea and the title. So that's pretty good. We're gonna try out a new style on the channel to get my personality more into the videos. Instead of the hyper edited bollocks, I'm gonna do less editing, but still editing, and the editing is gonna be pictures of me in nature, you know, my thing, you know, what I'm actually enjoying doing. And then on the thumbnail is going to be more me. So yeah, we're going to try it out, see how it works. Got a lot of nice stuff coming for you. But anyways, let's get on to gratitude journaling, praying and meditating. That's what we're doing next. Alright. Good morning, bro, and welcome to another day. I know the day has already started. I've done the deep work, I've prayed and meditated, I've gratitude journaled, and we've got the usual bowl today. I added a bit more protein shake, but yeah, it's the same as usual. Every single day, it's going to be nearly the same that you see on here, and I just have to be honest. So yeah, before I get into my talking, let me just taste this first, as I always do. Just as good as always. So first of all, I wanted to quickly say something. I know that this series is like literal proof that I'm living what I talk about, but I just wanted to show you something that I found yesterday when I was going through some old papers. You know, I've talked about gratitude journaling and meditation, but I just wanted to show how much I've gratitude journaled over the years. So this is literally how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notebooks filled with just gratitude journaling. And I'll show you literally, like, look at this. You can look at every single page. I have written down, you know, what I'm grateful for. And this is literally, this is not all of the books. Like, I know there is on every single page in one of these, there is written with things I'm grateful for, but this is not even everything. Like, these 5 is not everything. You just saw the other one I had. I don't know if I have 1 or 2 more over here, and this is not to brag about how much I've written about what I'm grateful for, but I just wanted to show you basically that I actually do the stuff that I'm talking about. Like, this genuinely helps, or else I would not have 5 of these, right? Like, yeah. But anyway, today is what day is it even? Tuesday, yeah. So basically the reason why I didn't upload one of these last week was because we had like Easter holiday, and so I was not in routine, and that's exactly what I want to talk about. How much not being in your routine fucks with you. Like, last week was, you know, it was good. You know, I was doing stuff with my family, we were around Denmark and all that, but it's really, when you're not in routine, you just don't get that much done, bro. Like, literally, you know, usually I'm super locked in like this, and you know, I wake up at 5 AM, do all this stuff, boom, 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 the day goes on, right? But when you're not doing that, when you're out of routine, I got no creative thoughts. I didn't even get any video ideas. I was not in like the environment. You need to be in the routine, in the environment, if you want to actually like obsess over something and achieve stuff. Although I did go through the motions, I meditated, I gratitude journaled on those days, I didn't make any progress last week. You know, I scrolled, which is, you know, something that I don't usually do. I literally scrolled last week. I watched random YouTube videos just because I was so out of routine. I didn't know what to do. I still got a lot of work done on my channel with some funnel stuff and that, but it just goes to show when you're like out of that zone, out of that environment, and that literally routine where you're just doing the same thing every single day. Because you might watch this video and think, oh my god, we've already seen 2 videos of you do the same day. But this is literally what is required. If you want to achieve something, you have to obsess over it. And the only way to like practically obsess over something is to do it constantly, to think about it. Like 2 weeks ago when I was in my routine, when I was not on holiday, I couldn't sleep because I was thinking about YouTube. I couldn't sleep because I was thinking about, oh, I'm gonna implement this tomorrow. I was thinking about how to improve myself all the time. But this last week I have barely thought about that. Like, I've thought about it, but not really like coming up with anything. Like, your creativity just vanishes. So today was actually extremely hard. You know, when you saw me completely fucked when I woke up, like I still look kind of clapped, but when you just saw me at 5 AM waking up, it was so hard because for like the whole week I just not been doing that. So it was like literally doing this work felt like I was doing it for the first time again. Like, it was so challenging, genuinely, because, you know, I had just not done it for so long. But the thing is, it seems so annoying when you have to start doing it, but then, you know, I'm working for 15 minutes, it's no big deal. And then I've completed the whole work session, then the meditation session and the gratitude journaling. It doesn't really seem like that big of a deal. And so I just do it. So that's the thing. Routine is so important. If you, like, I genuinely don't think you can achieve this stuff if you don't have routine, if you're not locked in. Because people talk about, oh yeah, I'm gonna lock in, right? But they don't really know what that means, because most people, they are locked in 75%. You know, they go through the motions, they do the work, they meditate, you know, the gratitude journal, they do the work on their business, but they're not obsessed. You know, the barrier to succeeding, to progressing, is at like 90%. So even if you do 75%, you're not like, even if you meditate every day and you do gratitude journal and you do work out, yes, you will see results, but not compared to the guy who constantly tries to like meditate even though he's just sitting there. The guy who's obsessed about this, because he's not just doing the actions, doing 75%. He's using all of this brain power. Every single thought that he can think of, it goes into how can I improve myself. And with me, how can I improve myself, and how can I help you even better? How can I create a better script? How can I, you know, all these things. It's about those last 15%, because as I said last week, I was still meditating, I was still, you know, gratitude journal, I was still trying to do some work, but I didn't really get any good input and no good output because I was not obsessed. It's always about being obsessed. It's about not being able to think of anything else than this. And I can already feel I'm getting back into that mode because I'm back in my usual environment. Everything is set up here. I'm set up for success. I'm not in some random new place. So yeah, that was the morning talk. Now I'm just going to eat this because I actually have to hurry up, I can tell. By the time today we're driving to school in the car again. I think we did that 2 weeks ago maybe. I don't know. One of the videos I did. And yeah, then we're going to work afterwards. Hopefully I'll film a little bit there. And then we're going to train upper today. You saw lower both times, so you're actually seeing a new training today. If I remember to record, of course I'll remember to record, bro, what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's basically it, man. I'll just go ahead and eat my breakfast and then we'll chat later, innit? Yo, bro, so we got finished with school. Today was a quick day as well. We got 13:30, we were done with school. So yeah, now I'm at work. I'm gonna stay here for 2.5 hours almost, yeah. And then we're gonna go to the gym, and I'm excited for that because it's gonna be amazing, bro. Going to the gym, oh my god, yeah. Gonna hit an upper day. So yeah, I'm just gonna see you after I'm finished with work.
Who cares that it is shining? Who cares what it does? Since you broke my heart. Who loves the sun? Who cares that it makes plants grow? Who cares what it does? Since you broke my heart. Who loves the sun? Who cares that it is shining? Who cares what it does since you broke my heart? Who loves the sun? Not everyone.
Now we are back home again. And yeah, as you could see, it was a nice training session. I forgot to film a few exercises, so it's good that I have a lot of B-roll on my computer. So I just, it's the same exercise. I just switched in an old clip so you can still see. But yeah, it's a nice workout. It's the upper training, and as I said, with getting back into routine, getting up this morning was really hard, like 5 a.m. Bro, I can't, maybe if you haven't tried it, you can't really know how it feels, but it just feels absolutely mental. And it was the same with training. Like, I don't know, today I've had this, if my face is bent to the side, it's because I have something wrong with my neck. Like, I can't go this way with my head. It hurts so bad. I don't know what's wrong with me, but hopefully it goes away after I've slept. But yeah, it's a nice workout, as I said, we trained upper, and it's 9 sets, bro. So we have to do all sorts of supersets. It took an hour and 5 minutes, I think. So, you can't do a lot of exercise in a matter of time. You just do supersets, and if you're smart with your training. But, the feeling I had when we were about to go to the gym, bro. As I said, I was at work, and when I finished, I was just sitting in a tram on my way home, and I was just thinking, oh my God, bro. I can't be asked going to the gym now. I just really didn't want to do it. It just felt horrible, I'd say. I'd say it felt horrible. And so, yeah, I went there, and for the first, 3 exercises, while we were doing the sets, I was just thinking, oh, I just want to go home. I just want to go home. I just want to go home. But, the thing is, I did it anyway. That's the whole thing, because even though this was a shitty workout, and I had just been on Easter holidays, I hadn't trained, I did lower reps. It felt bad. It was horrible because I was not motivated. But these workouts are the best workouts because they're the ones that make you come back on the good days. Because if you only train on the good days, there will not be that many days where you will train. But if you're very good at training on the bad days, trust me, you will train every single day. That's just because I might not look super jacked, but I have I've been going to the gym for 1.5 years, so I have gotten some progress, and at least I know something about getting consistent in the gym because I've managed to do that. And it's quite a hard thing, because it is really uncomfortable to work out. It's also uncomfortable to work. But, it's not physically uncomfortable because think about it. Work, right? It's not physically uncomfortable. It's literally just mentally. But with working out, it's both physically and mentally uncomfortable. And I have, many people say, oh, yeah, but I enjoy training. I haven't gotten to that point where I enjoy it. But, yeah, so if you want to know what the plan is now, is we're going to eat dinner soon. But first, I'll read a bit in the Bible and also in my non-fiction book. So that's what we're going to do now. And when I'm finished with that, maybe the food is ready, so I'm going to eat. Or I'll journal afterwards, and then I'll see if there's any homework for tomorrow. Hopefully not. Hopefully there's no homework, bro. I don't want to do anything. But yeah, you're just going to follow along, man. I'm fucking tired because of that with my neck. It's just so annoying. I don't know if you've tried it, but it's fucking hell, man. It's annoying. But anyways, I'm going to read now, and then I'll just see you later. As you've seen, I just ate, and I also, oh, you didn't see that I ate, you saw that I read, and also just ate, and I just journaled. So literally every habit I just need to visualize, and then probably also going to do the sleep meditation, and then of course praying, but I do that right before I go to bed. But if I want to have a, how could I say that? Oh, wait, that's a bad angle. Let's have it of the papers over here. So, oh, my curtain. Oh my god. So, bro, I want to talk to you, of course. So, basically, I was just thinking about something, right? That a method to destroy time waste is usually when you waste time, it is because you have nothing else to do. Most people, when they start improving their life, they strip away all of the bad habits and they just end up scrolling or doing something instead. Because the thing is, it's not so much about stopping doing those things, it's about exchanging them with things that give you real dopamine, that give you the slow dopamine. Because the thing is, you could scroll your phone and get like dopamine like this, snapping your fingers. Or you could go to the gym and get it slowly and then get an actual benefit out of doing it. And so when people, they try to stop scrolling or they try to stop gooning or playing games, what ends up happening is they have nothing else to do instead. And so let's say you find it too hard to to go to the gym or something. A thing that I would say is very powerful, and I actually think that you can solve more problems that you think you can with your own mind, but you've just never used it. So right now you're probably not used to sitting alone with your own thoughts, not having any music or any background noise, literally just sitting, like if I was sitting like this, just thinking, talking to myself maybe. Most people, they have not done that for a long time at least. Maybe they have never even done it. And so what I would recommend to you, if you don't really feel like meditating yet, but you just want to start not wasting your time, is spend your time thinking. Because if you think, you can think about all sorts of stuff like, what is my why do I want to do this, what do I want to do, what is the actual thing that I want to achieve, which things would align to like where I'm trying to go. Because for some people there are things that don't make sense because they're not trying to go that direction. And so where I'm going with this is, how do you think, you might ask? It sounds like a mental question, but if you want to stop wasting time, the simplest way to do that is to, instead of scrolling, you just think. And it's going to be way hard. Like at first it's going to be very, very hard, because you're basically taking like a completely overstimulating task and just shifting out for something that is probably the most boring thing until you get actual ideas. It's going to be one of the most boring things you've ever experienced, and it is going to be hard. And so I have a few methods in a way that you can like counteract that. So let's say if you try to think at home, like at your desk, and you just end up looking at a computer, getting distracted, or maybe you can't do it in your bed or whatever it is, right? If there's an environment in your home where you can't think, what I would recommend is go out into nature and don't bring your phone. If you must bring your phone, at least turn it off, turn all the notifications off, and bring maybe a notebook. You don't necessarily need to bring one, but just go out into nature, because then there is no distractions. Like, what are you going to do? You're literally in nature, so you might as well just sit on that bench and just think for yourself. And instead of like just scrolling and whatnot, you'll actually think and you'll come up with solutions. And it's not going to be hard to think in nature because you're there anyway. You're not sitting, you're not having the opportunity to scroll or whatever it is. So I think if you want to start not wasting time, the easiest and quickest step you can do is literally to just think. Go out into nature, don't bring any technology, just think, and you will figure out way more stuff than if you watch my videos. And literally, that's the truth. You'll learn more from thinking yourself and finding your own solutions than just learning from me. That's the reality. But hey, I'll see you before I go to bed. I just wanted to tell you that quick method. Alright, so I don't remember exactly what I did last time I talked to you, but I think I explained something about how to use your time. But yeah, so my friend came over just after we talked, and now it is, let me see the time, it's 9 PM, almost exactly. So we're about to head to bed. So, you can see how productive this day was. I've maybe been on YouTube and watched like 3 short videos because I was like kind of coping, because and I'm gonna be fully transparent because, you know, obviously that is like the whole idea with this. But today, the only time I wasted time was when, just before I was about to journal. I didn't really want to do it because, you know, journaling is, you know, I'm getting back into it, and I didn't want to write all these words and have to think about it. And so I remember I opened up my phone on YouTube and I watched 3 like YouTube shorts, and then I'm like, nah, not today, bro. And I just closed out. Think about it, that was the only time I wasted today. You can become this productive if you just put in the work, bro. I'm not no special guy. I'm a normal guy. I'm like I've told you my story. I went from being the biggest gamer gooner who literally, I was so overstimulated that when we had family arrangements, I would go to the toilet to get a little dopamine kick and, you know, scroll a bit on my phone. That's how fucked up I was. And now I'm here telling you that the only time I wasted time today was because I was coping a little bit with doing something called, like, you know, journaling, right? That's the point you want to get to. And if you want like my personal help with just that, I'm gonna link my Discord Brotherhood in the description there. You can get my personal help to change your life in literally only 2 weeks. Like, you need to only 2 weeks to see like massive changes. And if you want to go through the full transformation, it's only 3 months, and I will help you literally get you there. I will help you step by step, take you in my hand, teach you everything I've learned about discipline, fixing your life, and becoming the guy you always wanted to be, being fulfilled when you go to the mirror in the evening and brush your teeth. Respect yourself and feel respected by others. Actually be confident because you know you're putting in the fucking work. If you want exactly just that, as I said, go down, join the Discord Brotherhood, and I'm going to help you personally. Because trust me, this took me 3 years to learn, and you can learn it way faster, and you can become like a even crazier version of what I've managed to achieve. And so yeah, this was a good example of a productive day, even though I struggled quite a lot today because I was getting back into the routine. That was everything. Put one foot in front of the other.